So I used to give advice to men about how to attract women, how to keep women, how to date, how to get a girlfriend. And sometimes my advice would include something like actively screw it up, like actually try to screw it up with her. Because a lot of guys would get in these loops, myself included, where we would get into a relationship, whether that was a girl that we were just starting to see, usually it was that, and we didn't want to screw it up. We wanted it to keep going. But the more careful that you are, the more you tiptoe around conversations to try to be careful in that relationship, the more likely you were to push it away, right? Because if you're too careful, you're micromanaging all your movements, you come off unnatural, it usually pushes the girl away because she senses something is off. Or it pushes the person away. They sense something's off, you're not being natural, you're not being yourself. So my advice would often include, like, actively screw it up. Because that's what I did, and that's what kind of worked for me sometimes. A girl would somebody would stay around longer in my life when I would try to screw it up. And I kind of just realized now, it's not really about trying to actually screw it up, because there's always something weird about that advice. It's more that you're like, for example, if I'm in a relationship and I think like, okay, if I just play it safe, if I just do what we always do, we always watch movies on Friday night, I gotta just pick the right movie and act normal and I'll keep her in my life. But deep down, I want to go on adventures. I want to bring her out with me to go hiking, or to take her on a trip, or to go work out together, or to do something a little bit different. But I'm all concerned that maybe she won't like that. It's not about going, okay, actively try to screw it up. Just go and push your girlfriend through a hard workout. Try to screw it up. Try to get her mad at you. It's not about that. It's more about like, I actually want to do those things. And it's about doing those things and realizing what you actually want from doing those things. So I kind of realized just thinking just now, and having a conversation on a group call with my mentor and a lot of other people, that I've been holding on to some energy. Maybe it's an energy I got from childhood, whatever. Somewhere along the way, I learned that by tiptoeing around, people stayed in my life. And if I were to do something crazy or invite somebody on a big trip or whatever, that person was likely to leave, which is actually weird because that's not really true. But somewhere along the way, that energy of play it safe was an advantage. And actively screwing it up would push people away. But then I started to realize, no, actively trying to screw it up sometimes kept people around in relationships because I wasn't taking things too seriously now. Anyways, the main point, I don't want to make this too complicated because I'm on the verge of making it too complicated right now. Basically what I'm saying is, I realized that by teaching men to actively screw it up was kind of coping, because that's not what it's about. It's not about actively trying to screw up your relationship so that you're being less careful and you're not tiptoeing around conversations or anything. It's more about saying what you actually want to say and doing what you actually want to do and being yourself completely. And I know a lot of people have a hard time being with yourself, but you know what you want to do. You know that if you want to take your significant other on a hike somewhere, you want to go on a trip, or you want to do this, you want to do that, you know what you actually want to do deep down. And right now, I think, and I'm realizing that it's more about those things. Because we all know, this is a truth that I've known for a long time. This is a truth that you probably know. When you're completely yourself and you do whatever you want to do in life and you actually say what's on your mind, it'll push certain people away, but it'll keep the people that like you for being your true, honest self. It'll keep those people around. And is that the life that you want? Don't you want to push people that you don't want around away, or people that don't align with you away, and people that do align with you towards you? And can you have, a follow-up question is, can you have the faith that that will happen, or just that it is just the right thing to do, the thing that you want to do deep down? Isn't that doing and saying and living the life that you want?